Driving at a constant speed, Sharon usually takes 180 minutes to drive from her house to her mother's house. One day, Sharon begins the drive at her usual speed, but after driving a third of the way, she hits a bad snowstorm and reduces her speed by 20 miles per hour. This time, the trip takes her a total of 276 minutes. How many miles is the drive from Sharon's house to her mother's house? So, with this problem, I'm using the equation rate times time equals distance, and the first obvious thing I can do with that is I'm going to use hours here. So normally it takes her 180 minutes to do it. That's equal to 3 hours. So basically 3 times her rate equals the distance. So that's the first equation. Now I'm going to consider her reducing her speed. So with that, it took her a total of 276 minutes. So the first one, so after driving a third of the way of 180 minutes, she'll have driven 60 minutes by that point. So the first 60 minutes of that drive is going to be done at her usual speed of r. Then the whatever is left is going to be done at the speed r minus 20. So whatever 276 minus 60, the final 216 minutes are done at r minus 20 miles per hour. And if you convert 216 minutes into hours, that should be 3.6 hours. So another way I can form an equation would be r times 1 for 1 hour. So r plus r minus 20 times 3.6 also equals the distance. So in expanding that a little bit, I get r plus 3.6r minus 72 equals d. So I get 4.6r minus 72 equals d. So now this is convenient because I have two equations that equal d, so I'm going to set them equal to each other so we can solve for r. So 3r equals 4.6r minus 72. Rearranging that equation, I get 72 equals 1.6r. Multiply both sides by 10/16. Doing that, I should get 72 times 10/16 will give me 45. So 45 equals r. Now all I have to do is plug that value into r here. So 3 times 45 equals 135. So the drive from Sharon's house to her mother's house is 135 miles, choice B.